Welcome to DMV Pass. Hey guys, thanks a lot for your support. If you're new to this channel, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss our future posts. I'll be reading all answers for each question and reveal the correct answer after 5 seconds. Good luck. Which of these is the most important thing to remember about emergency braking? A. Disconnecting the steering axle brakes will keep your vehicle in a straight line during emergency braking. B. If the wheels are skidding, you cannot control your vehicle. C. Never do it without downshifting first. The correct answer is B. If the wheels are skidding, you cannot control your vehicle. If you need to leave the road in the traffic emergency, you should A. Try to get all wheels off the pavement. B. Avoid braking until your speed has dropped to about 20 miles per hour. C. Avoid a shoulder because most shoulders will not support a large vehicle. The correct answer is B. Avoid braking until your speed has dropped to about 20 miles per hour. Which of these statements about certain types of cargo is true? A. Unstable load such as hanging meat or livestock can require extra caution on curves. B. Oversized load can be hauled without special permit during times when the roads are not busy. C. When liquids are hauled, the tank should always be loaded totally full. The correct answer is A. Unstable load such as hanging meat or livestock can require extra caution on curves. According to the driver's manual, why you should limit the use of your horn? A. It can startle other drivers. B. The horn is not a good way to let others know you are there. C. You should keep firm grip on the steering wheel with both hands at all times. The correct answer is A. It can startle other drivers. You do not have a hazardous materials endorsement on your commercial driver's license. You are asked to deliver hazardous materials in a placarded vehicle. You should A. Refuse to haul the load. B. Haul the load, but only to the nearest place where a driver with hazardous materials endorsement can take over. C. Haul the load, but file a report with the Department of Transportation after the trip. The correct answer is A. Refuse to haul the load. Which of these statements about staying alert to drive is true? A. A half-hour break for coffee will do more to keep you alert than a half-hour nap. B. If you must stop to take a nap, it should be at a truck stop or other rest area and never on the side of the road. C. Sleep is the only thing that can overcome fatigue. The correct answer is C. Sleep is the only thing that can overcome fatigue. You are driving on a straight, level highway at 50 miles per hour. There are no vehicles in front of you. Suddenly a tire blew out on your vehicle. What should you do first? A. Stay off the brake until the vehicle has slowed down. B. Begin light braking. C. Begin emergency braking. The correct answer is A. Stay off the brake until the vehicle has slowed down. You are driving a new truck with a manual transmission. What gear will you probably have to use to take a long, steep downhill grade? A. The same gear you would use to climb the hill. B. A lower gear than you would use to climb the hill. C. A higher gear than you would use to climb the hill. The correct answer is B. A lower gear than you would use to climb the hill. You are checking your wheels and rims for a pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements is true? A. Rust around wheel nuts may mean that they are loose. B. A vehicle can be safely driven with one missing lug nut on a wheel. C. Mismatched lock rings can be used on the same vehicle. The correct answer is A. Rust around wheel nuts may mean that they are loose. You are checking your tires for a pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements is true? A. Tires of mismatched sizes should not be used together in the same vehicle. B. Radial and bias ply tires can be used together on the same vehicle. C. 2/32 inch tread depth is safe for front tires. The correct answer is A. Tires of mismatched sizes should not be used together in the same vehicle. Your vehicle has hydraulic brakes. While traveling on a level road, you press the brake pedal and find that it goes to the floor. Which of these statements is true? A. Pumping the brake pedal may bring the pressure up so you can stop the vehicle. B. The parking brake will not work either because it is a part of the same hydraulic system. C. Shifting into neutral will help to slow the vehicle. The correct answer is A. Pumping the brake pedal may bring the pressure up so you can stop the vehicle. You are driving a vehicle at 55 miles per hour on dry pavement. About how much total stopping distance will you need to bring it to a stop? A. Twice the length of the vehicle. B. Half the length of the football field. C. The length of a football field. The correct answer is C. The length of a football field. Which of these statements about cold weather driving is true? A. An engine cannot overheat when the weather is very cold. B. Windshield washer antifreeze should be used. C. Exhaust system leaks are less dangerous in cold weather. The correct answer is B. Windshield washer antifreeze should be used. Which of these lights cannot be checked at the same time? A. Turn signals, tail lights, and clearance lights. B. Turn signals, brake lights, and four-way flashers. C. Headlights, brake lights, and clearance lights. The correct answer is B. Turn signals, brake lights, and four-way flashers. Which of these statements about downshifting is true? A. When you downshift for a curve, you should do so before you enter the curve. B. When you downshift for a hill, you should do so after you start down the hill. C. When double clutching, you should let the RPMs decrease while the clutch is released and the shift lever is in neutral. The correct answer is A. When you downshift for a curve, you should do so before you enter the curve. For your safety, when setting out reflective triangles you should A. Hold the triangles between yourself and oncoming traffic. B. Keep them out of sight while you walk to the spots where you set them out. C. Turn on your flashers. The correct answer is A. Hold the triangles between yourself and oncoming traffic. As the blood alcohol concentration, BAC, goes up, what happens? A. The drinker more clearly sees how alcohol is affecting him or her. B. The effects of alcohol decrease. C. Judgment and self-control are affected. The correct answer is C. Judgment and self-control are affected. Which of these is a good thing to remember about using mirrors? A. You should look at a mirror for several seconds at a time. B. Convex mirrors make things look larger and closer than they really are. C. There are blind spots that your mirror cannot show. The correct answer is C. There are blind spots that your mirrors cannot show. Hydroplaning. A. Only occurs when there is a lot of water. B. Cannot occur when driving through a puddle. C. Is more likely if tire pressure is low. The correct answer is C. Is more likely if tire pressure is low. If you are being tailgate, you should A. Increase your following distance. B. Flash your brake lights. C. Signal the tailgater when it is safe to pass you. The correct answer is A. Increase your following distance. A key principle to remember about loading cargo is to keep the load A. To the front, B. To the rear, C. Balanced in the cargo area. The correct answer is C. Balanced in the cargo area. How far should a driver look ahead of the vehicle while driving? A. 5 to 8 seconds. B. 12 to 15 seconds. C. 18 to 21 seconds. The correct answer is B. 12 to 15 seconds. How do you correct a rear wheel acceleration skid? A. Apply more power to the wheels. B. Stop accelerating. C. Downshift. The correct answer is B. Stop accelerating. The purpose of the retarders is to A. Help slow the vehicle while driving and reduce brake wear. B. Apply extra braking power to the non-drive axles. C. Help prevent skids. The correct answer is A. Help slow the vehicle while driving and reduce brake wear. Controlled braking. A. Can be used when you are turning sharply. B. Involves locking the wheels for short period of time. C. Is used to keep a vehicle in a straight line when braking. The correct answer is C. Is used to keep a vehicle in a straight line when braking. Question number 26. Which of these is a good thing to do when steering to avoid a crash? A. Apply the brakes while turning. B. Steer with one hand so that you can turn the wheel more quickly. C. Don't turn any more than needed to clear what is in your way. The correct answer is C. Don't turn any more than needed to clear what is in your way. You should stop driving. A. After 5 hours. B. After 9 hours. C. Whenever you become sleepy. The correct answer is C. Whenever you become sleepy. Which of these is not a good rule to follow when caring for injured person at an accident scene? A. If a qualified person is helping them, stay out of the way unless asked to assist. B. Keep an injured person cool. C. Move severely injured person if there is a danger due to fire or passing traffic. The correct answer is B. Keep an injured person cool. You should avoid driving through deep puddles or flowing water. But if you must, which of these steps can help to keep your brakes working? A. Gently putting on the brakes while driving through the water. B. Applying hard pressure on both the brake pedal and accelerator after coming out of the water. C. Turning on your brake heater. The correct answer is A. Gently putting on the brakes while driving through the water. Which of these statements about drugs is true? A. A driver can use any prescription drug while driving. B. Amphetamine, pep pills or bennies can be used to help the driver stay alert. C. Use of drugs can lead to an accident and/or arrest. The correct answer is C. Use of drugs can lead to an accident and/or arrest. Which of these is good thing to remember when crossing or entering traffic with a heavy vehicle? A. Heavy vehicles need larger gaps in traffic than cars. B. The best way to cross the traffic is to pull the vehicle part way across the road and block one lane while waiting for the other to clear. C. Because heavy vehicles are easy to see, you can count on other drivers to move out of your way or slow down for you. The correct answer is A. Heavy vehicles need larger gaps in traffic than cars. You are driving a heavy vehicle with a manual transmission. You have to stop the vehicle on the shoulder while driving on an uphill grade. Which of these is a good rule to follow when putting it back in motion up the grade? A. Keep the clutch slipping while slowly accelerating. B. Use the parking brake to hold the vehicle until the clutch engages. C. Let the vehicle roll backwards a few feet before you engage the clutch, but turn the wheel so that the back moves away from the roadway. The correct answer is B. Use the parking brake to hold the vehicle until the clutch engages. You are driving a heavy vehicle. You must exit a highway using an off-ramp that curves downhill. You should A. Slow down to a safe speed before the curve. B. Is slow to the posted speed limit for the off-ramp. C. Wait until you are in the curve before downshifting. The correct answer is A. Slow down to a safe speed before the curve. You must park on a side of a level, straight, 4-lane divided highway. Where should you place the reflective triangles? A. One within 10 feet of the rear of the vehicle, one about 100 feet to the rear, and one about 200 feet to the rear. B. One within 10 feet of the rear of the vehicle, one about 100 feet to the rear, and one about 100 feet to the front of the vehicle. C. One within 10 feet of the front of the vehicle, one about 100 feet to the rear, and one about 200 feet to the rear. The correct answer is A. One within 10 feet of the rear of the vehicle, one about 100 feet to the rear, and one about 200 feet to the rear. Brake fade. A. Can be caused by the brakes getting very hot. B. Can be corrected by letting up on the brakes for 1 to 2 seconds and then reapplying them. C. Is a problem that only occurs with drum brakes. The correct answer is A. Can be caused by the brakes getting very hot. Which of these statements about engine overheating is true? A. You should never shut off an overheated engine until it cools. B. You should never remove the radiator cap on a pressurized system until the system is cooled. C. Antifreeze is not needed when the weather is warm. The correct answer is B. You should never remove the radiator cap on a pressurized system until the system is cooled. Which of these statements about overhead clearance is true? A. You should assume posted clearance signs are correct. B. The weight of a vehicle changes its height. C. If the road surface causes your vehicle to tilt toward objects at the edge of the road, you should drive close to the shoulder. The correct answer is B. The weight of a vehicle changes its height. Which of these statements about vehicle fire is true? A. If cargo in a van or box trailer catches on fire, you should open the cargo door as soon as possible. B. If your engine is on fire, you should open the hood as soon as you can. C. A burning tire should be cooled with water. The correct answer is C. A burning tire should be cooled with water. You are driving a long vehicle that makes wide turns. You want to turn left from Elm Street onto Poplar Street. Both are two-lane two-way streets. You should A. Begin turning your vehicle as soon as you enter the intersection. B. Begin turning your vehicle when you are halfway through the intersection. C. Turn into the left lane of Poplar Street and then move to the right lane when the traffic is clear. The correct answer is B. Begin turning your vehicle when you are halfway through the intersection. You must drive on a slippery road. Which of these is a good thing to do in such a situation? A. Use a smaller following distance. B. Apply the brakes while on curves. C. Slow down gradually. The correct answer is C. Slow down gradually. Which of these statements about acceleration is true? A. When traction is poor, more power should be applied to the accelerator. B. Rough acceleration can cause mechanical damage. C. You should feel a jerking motion if you accelerate your vehicle properly. The correct answer is B. Rough acceleration can cause mechanical damage. Which of these statements about brakes is true? A. The heavier a vehicle or the faster it is moving, the more heat the brakes have to absorb to stop it. B. Brakes have more stopping power when they get very hot. C. Brake drums cool very quickly when the vehicle is moving very fast. The correct answer is A. The heavier a vehicle or the faster it is moving, the more heat the brakes have to absorb to stop it. When the roads are slippery, you should A. Make turns as gently as possible. B. Stop and test the traction while going uphill. C. Decrease the distance that you look ahead of your vehicle. The correct answer is A. Make turns as gently as possible. You are checking your brakes and suspension system for a pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements is not true? A. Brake shoes should have brake fluid on them. B. One missing leaf in a leaf spring can be dangerous. C. Cracked drum should be replaced. The correct answer is A. Brake shoes should have brake fluid on them. The driver's manual suggests several things to do when you pass a vehicle. Which of these is not one of them? A. Lightly tap your horn. B. At night, turn on your high beams before you start to pass and leave them until you have completely passed the vehicle. C. Assume that other driver does not see you. The correct answer is B. At night, turn on your high beams before you start to pass and leave them until you have completely passed the vehicle. The distance that you should look ahead of your vehicle while driving amounts to about blank miles at normal highway speed. A. 1/8. B. 1/4. C. 1/2. The correct answer is B. 1/4. You are starting your vehicle in motion from a stop. As you apply power to the drive wheels, they start to spin. You should A. Take your foot off the accelerator. B. Take your foot off the accelerator and apply the brakes. C. Try a lower gear. The correct answer is A. Take your foot off the accelerator. Which of these statements about tires and hot weather driving is true? A. You should inspect your tires every 2 hours or every 100 miles when driving in very hot weather. B. The air pressure of a tire decreases as the temperature of the tire increases. C. If tires were too hot to touch, letting 5 or 10 pounds of pressure out would cool them down. The correct answer is A. You should inspect your tires every 2 hours or every 100 miles when driving in very hot weather. Your vehicle is in a traffic emergency and may collide with another vehicle if you do not take action. Which of these is a good rule to remember at such a time? A. You can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. B. Stopping is always the safest action in a traffic emergency. C. Leaving the road is always more risky than hitting another vehicle. The correct answer is A. You can almost always turn to miss an obstacle more quickly than you can stop. In case of which fires can you use water to put it out? A. Tire fires. B. Gasoline fires. C. Electrical fires. The correct answer is A. Tire fires. To help you to stay alert while driving, you should A. Schedule trips for hours that you are normally asleep. B. Take short breaks before you get drowsy. C. Take cold medicine if you have a cold. The correct answer is B. Take short breaks before you get drowsy. To avoid a crash, you had to drive into the right shoulder. You are now driving at 40 miles per hour on the shoulder. How should you move back into the pavement? A. If the shoulder is clear, stay on the right until your vehicle comes to a stop, then move back into the pavement when it is safe. B. Brake hard to slow the vehicle, then steer sharply onto the pavement. C. Steer sharply onto the pavement, then brake hard as you countersteer. The correct answer is A. If the shoulder is clear, stay on the right until your vehicle comes to a stop, then move back into the pavement when it is safe. Which of these statements about driving in areas with strong wind is true? A. You should drive alongside other vehicles to help break up the wind. B. The lighter your vehicle, the less trouble you will have with the wind. C. Winds are especially a problem when coming out of tunnels. The correct answer is C. Winds are especially a problem when coming out of tunnels. Which of these is a good thing to do when driving at night? A. Keep your speed slow enough that you can stop within the range of your headlights. B. Look directly at the oncoming headlights only briefly. C. Keep your instrument lights bright. The correct answer is A. Keep your speed slow enough that you can stop within the range of your headlights. You are driving a 40-foot vehicle at 35 miles per hour. The road is dry and visibility is good. What is the least amount of space you should keep in front of your vehicle to be safe? A. 3 seconds. B. 4 seconds. C. 5 seconds. The correct answer is B. 4 seconds, meaning 1 second for every 10 feet of your vehicle under 40 miles per hour. What is the proper way to hold a steering wheel? A. With both hands close together, near the top of the wheel. B. With both hands close together, near the bottom of the wheel. C. With both hands, on opposite sides of the wheel. The correct answer is C. With both hands, on opposite sides of the wheel. High beams should be A. Used when it is safe and legal to do so. B. Turned on when an oncoming driver does not dim his/her lights. C. Dimmed at the time when you get within 100 feet of another vehicle. The correct answer is A. Used when it is safe and legal to do so. You can see a marking on a vehicle ahead of you. The marking is a red triangle with an orange center. What does the marking mean? A. It may be a slow-moving vehicle. B. The vehicle is hauling hazardous materials. C. It is being driven by a student driver. The correct answer is A. It may be a slow-moving vehicle. Which of these is not part of the pre-trip inspection of the engine compartment? A. Valve clearance. B. Engine oil level. C. Worn electrical wiring insulation. The correct answer is A. Valve clearance. The road you are driving on becomes very slippery due to glare ice. Which of these is a good thing to do in such a situation? A. Stop driving as soon as you can safely do so. B. Downshift to stop. C. Keep varying your speed by accelerating and braking. The correct answer is A. Stop driving as soon as you can safely do so. You wish to turn right from one two-lane, two-way street to another. Your vehicle is so long that you must swing wide to make the turn. Which of these figures shows how the turn should be made? A. Figure A. B. Figure B. C. Figure C. The correct answer is B. Figure B. You are driving a vehicle that could safely be driven at 55 miles per hour on an open road. But traffic is heavy and other vehicles drive at the speed 35 miles per hour, though the speed limit is 55. The safest speed for your vehicle is more likely to be A. 35 miles per hour. B. 45 miles per hour. C. 55 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. 35 miles per hour. What is countersteering? A. Turning the steering wheel counterclockwise. B. Using the steering axle brakes to prevent oversteering. C. Turning the wheel back in the other direction after steering to avoid a traffic emergency. The correct answer is C. Turning the wheel back in the other direction after steering to avoid a traffic emergency. Which of these statements about backing a heavy vehicle is true? A. You should avoid backing whenever you can. B. Helpers should be out of the driver's sight and use only voice-spoken signals to communicate with the driver. C. It is safer to back toward the right side of the vehicle than toward the driver's side. The correct answer is A. You should avoid backing whenever you can. Which of these statements about marking a stopped vehicle is true? A. If a hill or curve keeps drivers behind you from seeing the vehicle within 500 feet, the rear reflective triangle should be moved down the road to give adequate warning. B. You do not need to put out reflective triangles unless the vehicle will be stopped for 30 minutes or more. C. The vehicle's taillights should be kept on to warn other drivers. The correct answer is A. If a hill or curve keeps drivers behind you from seeing the vehicle within 500 feet, the rear reflective triangle should be moved down the road to give adequate warning. Which of these best describes how you should use the brake pedal on a steep downhill grade? A. Light, pumping action. B. A light, steady pressure. C. Repeated strong pressure then release. The correct answer is B. Light, steady pressure. Which of these statements about using turn signals is true? A. You do not need to use your turn signal when changing lanes in traffic on a 4-lane highway. B. When turning, you should signal early. C. You should use your turn signal to mark your vehicle when it is pulled off on the side of the road. The correct answer is B. When turning, you should signal early. Which of these statements about double clutching and shifting is true? A. You can use the tachometer to tell you when to shift. B. Double clutching should not be used when the road is slippery. C. Double clutching should only be used with a heavy load. The correct answer is A. You can use the tachometer to tell you when to shift. Which of these statements about speed management is true? A. Empty trucks always stop in a shorter distance than fully loaded. B. When you double your speed, go twice as fast, it will take twice the distance to stop. C. You should choose a speed that lets you stop within the distance that you can see ahead. The correct answer is C. You should choose a speed that lets you stop within the distance that you can see ahead. Retarders. A. Can cause the driver wheels to skid when they have poor traction. B. Cause extra brake wear. C. Work when you apply the brake pedal. The correct answer is A. Can cause the driver wheels to skid when they have poor traction. To correct a drive while braking skid, you should A. Stop braking, turn quickly, then countersteer. B. Increase braking. C. Increase braking, turn quickly, and countersteer. The correct answer is A. Stop braking, turn quickly, then countersteer. When exiting or entering on a curved freeway ramp, you should A. Maintain a speed 5 to 10 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. B. Maintain the posted speed limit. C. Slow down to at least 50% of the posted speed limit. The correct answer is A. Maintain a speed 5 to 10 miles per hour under the posted speed limit. Which of the following vehicles will have the longest stopping distance? A. Empty truck. B. Loaded truck. C. Bobtail tractor. The correct answer is C. Bobtail tractor. How many red reflective triangles are you required to carry? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. The correct answer is B. 3. You are required to inspect your truck within how many miles after beginning the trip? A. 100. B. 150. C. 25. The correct answer is B. 150. There are two types of jackknife. They are A. Trailer. B. Tractor. C. Both A and B. The correct answer is C. Both A and B. The new BAC, blood alcohol concentration, for commercial drivers to be considered intoxicated when driving a commercial vehicle is A. 0.04. B. 0.01. C. 0.10. The correct answer is A. 0.04. Where should the ignition key be during the pre-trip inspection? A. In your pocket. B. In the ignition. C. On the driver's seat. The correct answer is A. In your pocket. When loading a trailer, if the cargo is loaded all to the rear, it may result in A. Wheel lockup. B. Damage to steering axle. C. Poor traction on drive wheels. The correct answer is C. Poor traction on drive wheels. Communication means A. Talking with law enforcement officers. B. To communicate your intention to other motorists. C. To talk on the CB radio. The correct answer is B. To communicate your intention to other motorists. If you are convicted for driving under the influence while driving a commercial vehicle, and this is your first offense, you most likely will get A. A probation period for 1 year. B. At least 1 year suspension of your CDL. C. A fine of $250. The correct answer is B. At least 1 year suspension of your CDL. If you are stopped at a roadside rest area and found to have a BAC, blood alcohol concentration, of 0.02, you will A. Be placed out of service for 72 hours. B. Be in deep trouble with your dispatcher. C. Be placed out of service for 24 hours. The correct answer is C. Be placed out of service for 24 hours. Which of the following statements about speed management is true? A. If you double your speed, stopping distance will double. B. Empty truck and loaded trucks will have the same stopping distance. C. If you double your speed, stopping distance will be increased by 4 times. The correct answer is C. If you double your speed, stopping distance will be increased by 4 times. You are driving a long vehicle that makes wide turns. You want to make a left turn from Ocean Street onto Atlantic Street. There are 2 left turn lanes, marked A and B, on Ocean Street. You should A. Use left turn lane A. B. Use left turn lane B. C. Start in left turn lane A and swing into left turn lane B just before entering the intersection. The correct answer is B. Use left turn lane B. You are traveling down a long, steep hill. Your brakes get so hot that they have failed. What should you do? A. Downshift and pump the brake pedal. B. Look for an escape ramp or escape route. C. Both of the above. The correct answer is B. Look for an escape ramp or escape route. The center of gravity of a load. A. Should be kept as high as possible. B. Can make a vehicle more likely to tip over on curves if it is high. C. Is only a problem if the vehicle is overloaded. The correct answer is B. Can make a vehicle more likely to tip over on curves if it is high. To prevent a load from shifting, there should be at least one tie down for every blank feet of cargo. A. 10. B. A 15. C. A 20. The correct answer is A. 10. While driving, ice builds up on your wipers and they no longer clean the windshield. You should A. Keep driving and turn your defroster on. B. Keep driving and spray the windshield with washer fluid. C. Stop safely and fix the problem. The correct answer is C. Stop safely and fix the problem. When the hydraulic brakes fail while you are driving, the system will not build up pressure and the brake pedal will feel spongy or goes to the floor. What should you do? A. Pump the brake pedal to generate pressure. B. Push down the brake pedal as hard as you can. C. Put the vehicle in neutral and set the parking brake. The correct answer is A. Pump the brake pedal to generate pressure. Which may be a sign of tire failure? A. Wheels skidding. B. A loud hissing noise. C. Vibration. The correct answer is C. Vibration. To prevent brake fade you should A. Coast downhill, which is not very steep. B. Apply constant hard pressure on the brakes while driving downhill. C. Select the gear, which will keep your vehicle to a safe speed on a deep downgrade. The correct answer is C. Select the gear, which will keep your vehicle to a safe speed on a deep downgrade. A full stop is required at railroad crossing when A. There are no flagman, warning signals, or gate at the crossing. B. The nature of a cargo makes a stop mandatory under the state or federal regulations. C. The crossing is located in the city or town with a frequent train transit. The correct answer is B. The nature of a cargo makes a stop mandatory under the state or federal regulations. When driving at night, you should use your low beams when oncoming vehicle is within of how many feet? A. 400. B. 500. C. 300. The correct answer is B. 500. When driving through the work zone, you should A. Reduce your speed only if workers are close to the roadway. B. Turn on your parking lights. C. Watch for sharp pavement drop-off. The correct answer is C. Watch for sharp pavement drop-off. Backing of the commercial vehicle is A. Always dangerous. B. Is not dangerous if you don't have to turn. C. Not dangerous if you have a helper. The correct answer is A. Always dangerous. When you are parked at the side of the road at night, you must A. Turn on your four-way emergency flashers to warn others. B. Put out your emergency warning lights within 30 minutes. C. Use your tail lights to give warning to other drivers. The correct answer is A. Turn on your four-way emergency flashers to warn others. You must stop on a hill or curve on a two-lane two-way road. How far should you place reflective triangles? A. As far back as necessary so others can see you. B. Within 200 feet behind you. C. Within 500 feet behind you. The correct answer is C. Within 500 feet behind you. Stab braking should not be used on vehicle with A. Trailers. B. Anti-lock brakes. C. Hazardous materials. The correct answer is B. Anti-lock brakes. Sometimes you need to leave a road to avoid a hazard or emergency. When you do so, you should keep in mind that A. Most shoulders are not strong enough to support a heavy vehicle. B. You might be unable to re-enter the road because of the gravel used on shoulders. C. It is less dangerous to drive onto the shoulders than to make a collision. The correct answer is C. It is less dangerous to drive onto the shoulders than to make a collision. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the front tire failure? A. Vehicle's fishtail. B. Steering wheel twisting. C. Cold steering. The correct answer is A. Vehicle's fishtail. Most skids A. Happen on ice. B. Do not happen with radial tires. C. Are caused by going too fast or trying to stop too quickly. The correct answer is C. Are caused by going too fast or trying to stop too quickly. In a bad weather, many car drivers tailgate large vehicles. What should you do? A. Increase your following distance. B. Lightly tap your brake to warn the tailgater to drop back. C. Speed up to distance yourself from the tailgater. The correct answer is A. Increase your following distance. Which of the following systems should receive extra attention during winter weather inspection? A. Suspension. B. Exhaust. C. Steering. The correct answer is B. Exhaust. What happens to tar on the road pavement during hot weather? A. Nothing. B. It becomes staining, making tires stick to the road. C. It bleeds, making the road surface slippery. The correct answer is C. It bleeds, making the road surface slippery. What is the best advice for driver when a heavy fog occurs? A. Do not drive too slowly or other drivers may hit you. B. Park the truck until the fog disappears. C. Alternate your own high beams to improve your vision. The correct answer is B. Park the truck until the fog disappears. In mountain driving, you will have to use a lower gear to drive safely on a grade. Which of these does not affect your choice of gear? A. The length of the grade. B. The weight of the load. C. Tire tread's depth. The correct answer is C. Tire treads depth. What should you do before driving in mountains? A. No escape ramp locations on your way. B. Unhook your steering axle brake. C. Carry the tire chains in your vehicle. The correct answer is A. No escape ramp locations on your way. Escape ramps. A. Should be used by any driver who loses braking power. B. Are not designed for tractors' double trailers. C. Are designed to slow vehicles so they can get back on the road at the safe speed. The correct answer is A. Should be used by any driver who loses braking power. Which of these is true about notifying the authorities after an accident occurs? A. An exact location is not necessary, just identify the road and the vehicles involved. B. You should notify authorities about an accident before doing anything else. C. If you have a cellular phone or CB radio, you should notify the authorities before exiting the vehicle. The correct answer is C. If you have a cellular phone or CB radio, you should notify the authorities before exiting the vehicle. If you are not sure what to use to put out the hazardous material fire, you should A. Wait for firefighters. B. Use water. C. Use dirt. The correct answer is A. Wait for firefighters. Which of these is not a danger of a rough acceleration? A. Mechanical damage. B. Tire damage. C. Damage of a coupling. The correct answer is B. Tire damage. You are inspecting hydraulic brakes. You should pump the brake pedal 3 times, then apply firm pressure to the pedal for 5 seconds. If the brakes are working properly, the pedal should A. Depress slightly. B. Sink to the floor. C. Not move. The correct answer is C. Not move. Drivers of trucks and tractor trailers with cargo must check that the cargo is well secured within the first blank miles of the trip. A. 25. B. 10. C. 50. The correct answer is C. 50. When starting a bus on a level surface with good traction, there is often no need for A. Parking brakes. B. A tire check. C. Slow acceleration. The correct answer is A. Parking brakes. How the weight of the vehicle affects stopping distance. A. Fully loaded trucks take longer to stop, or the buses loaded with passengers take less distance than empty ones. B. If brakes work the same no matter what is the weight of the vehicle for both trucks and buses. C. Empty trucks take longer to stop than if loaded, but this is not the normally case for buses. The correct answer is C. Empty trucks take longer to stop than if loaded, but this is not the normally case for buses. When you are starting to move up a hill from a stop. A. Release the parking brakes as you apply engine power. B. Engage the clutch and accelerate quickly. C. Keep the trailer brake hand valve applied until you reach 20 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. Release the parking brakes as you apply engine power. What is true about using a heater? A. You must have at least one extra heater, such as a mirror heater, battery pack heater, or fuel tank heater when a temperature drops below freezing point. B. If you feel sleepy, warming of your cab with the heater will help you stay alert. C. When driving at winter weather, you should check that the heater is working properly before starting your trip. The correct answer is C. When driving at winter weather, you should check that the heater is working properly before starting your trip. Why a damage of exhaust system is a danger? A. Noise can damage the driver's ears. B. Poisonous fumes can enter into the cab or sleeping compartment. C. You can pollute the air with the exhaust smoke. The correct answer is B. Poisonous fumes can enter into the cab or sleeping compartment. Which of these is not a danger when an automatic transmission is forced into a low gear at a high speed? A. A loss of engine braking effect. B. Damage to the transmission. C. A loss of steering control. The correct answer is A. A loss of engine braking effect. Perception distance is the distance your vehicle travels from the time A. Your eyes see a hazard to the time your foot pushes to the brake pedal. B. The brain tells the foot to push the brake pedal to the time the foot responses. C. The eyes see a hazard to the time the brain knows that this is a hazard. The correct answer is C. The eyes see a hazard to the time the brain knows that this is a hazard. Extra care is needed to keep your vehicle centered in your lane because commercial vehicles A. Require a lot of room to change lane. B. Are often wider than other vehicles. C. Tend to sway from time to time. The correct answer is B. Are often wider than other vehicles. You should lightly apply your brakes to flash the brake lights if A. You are about to exit the road and need to slow down. B. A police car is approaching you from the other direction. C. A driver tailgates your vehicle. The correct answer is A. You are about to exit the road and need to slow down. Merging to the road is safest if you A. Wait for a large enough gap in the traffic to enter the road. B. Bend over into the nearest lane so the other vehicles will give you room. C. Gain speed on the shoulder and then merge. The correct answer is A. Wait for a large enough gap in the traffic to enter the road. Which of these is not something you should do if your headlights are not working properly? A. Leave on your high beams. B. Clean your headlights. C. Adjust headlights. The correct answer is A. Leave on your high beams. The distance that you should look ahead of your vehicle while driving is about blank at low speed. A. 1 block. B. 2 blocks. C. Half a block. The correct answer is A. 1 block. Which of these is correct about emergency or evasive action? A. In order to turn quickly, you must have a firm grip on the steering wheel. B. You can stop more quickly than you can turn to miss obstacles. C. Stopping is always the safest thing to do in a traffic emergency. The correct answer is A. In order to turn quickly, you must have a firm grip on the steering wheel. What does emergency braking mean? A. Pushing down the brake pedal as hard as you can. B. Responding to a hazard by slowing the vehicle. C. Using the vehicle emergency brakes. The correct answer is B. Responding to a hazard by slowing the vehicle. When driving in cold weather, your tire tread should A. Provide enough touch to steer and push the vehicle through snow. B. Be double the depth required in normal weather. C. Be checked every 100 miles or every 2 hours. The correct answer is A. Provide enough touch to steer and push the vehicle through snow. Which of these is true about hauling of hazardous materials? A. Cylinders with compressed gases should be transported under covers if there is no label on them. B. Such a load should be marked with a 4 inches diamond-shaped labels on the containers. C. Such a load should be marked with a 4 inches circle red-colored labels on the containers. The correct answer is B. Such a load should be marked with a 4 inches diamond-shaped labels on the containers. Which vehicle will have the most difficulties staying in its lane during strong wind? A. A double with an empty trailer. B. A tractor pulling a loaded flatbed trailer. C. A triple-axle vehicle with cargo. The correct answer is A. A double with an empty trailer. Why your vehicle speed naturally increases on a downgrade? A. Gravity. B. The engine runs smoother. C. Lack of traction. The correct answer is A. Gravity. During the vehicle inspection, checking of blank will not prevent a fire? A. Cargo ventilation. B. Battery fluid level. C. Electrical system isolation. The correct answer is B. Battery fluid level. When is it necessary to learn how a fire extinguisher works? A. Before the fire happens. B. Only when the fire happens. C. Only when you are transporting flammable materials. The correct answer is A. Before the fire happens. What is the most important reason to inspect your truck or bus? A. Safety. B. To avoid being cited. C. It's the law. The correct answer is A. Safety. You are checking your steering and exhaust system in a pre-trip inspection. Which of these problems, if found, should be fixed before the vehicle is driven? A. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on 20 inches steering wheel. B. Oil on a tire rod. C. If a gray smoke coming out from the exhaust pipe. The correct answer is A. steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on 20 inches steering wheel. Convex or curved mirrors. A. Make objects appear closer than they really are. B. Make objects appear larger than they really are. C. They show the wider area than flat mirrors show. The correct answer is C. They show the wider area than flat mirrors show. Why it is important to shift gears correctly? A. To keep control of the vehicle. B. To keep the engine warm. C. To keep the engine oil flowing. The correct answer is A. To keep control of the vehicle. What three distances build up the total stopping distance of your truck or bus? A. Attention distance, reaction distance, and slowing distance. B. Respond distance, observation distance, and braking distance. C. Perception distance, reaction distance, and braking distance. The correct answer is C. Perception distance, reaction distance, and braking distance. Which of these actions are not recommended for a left turn? A. Start at the inside lane and swing right as you turn. B. Use a right-hand turn lane if there are two turning lanes. C. Start your turn in the center of the intersection. The correct answer is A. Start at the inside lane and swing right as you turn. When you are passing the other vehicle, pedestrian, or bicycle, you should assume that A. They may be moving to your traffic lane. B. They know you are to pass. C. They see your vehicle. The correct answer is A. They may be moving to your traffic lane. In your mirror you see a car approaching from the rear. The next time you check your mirror you do not see the car. If you wish to change the lane, you should A. Wait to change lane until you are sure that car is not in your blind spot. B. Ease to another lane very slowly so cars, which are besides of you, can get out of your way. C. Assume that car left the road and change the lane. The correct answer is A. Wait to change lane until you are sure that car is not in your blind spot. Which of these is the proper signal to change lane? A. Signal early and change lane slowly and smoothly. B. Signal before the change and move over quickly. C. Signal after you begin change and cross over slowly. The correct answer is A. Signal early and change lane slowly and smoothly. You are driving in the area with a few street lights. If you cannot see well with your headlights, which of the actions may help? A. Find another route that is better lit even if it is out of your way. B. Turn your interior lights on and adjust your instrument lights. C. Use your high beams when legal and keep your interior lights off. The correct answer is C. Use your high beams when legal and keep your interior lights off. Most serious skid results from A. Driving too fast for conditions. B. Turning too sharply. C. An uneven load. The correct answer is A. Driving too fast for conditions. What should be true about other drivers? A. Mail or delivery trucks are professionals and do not pose a hazard. B. Drivers who use turn signals always should be trusted to turn to direction, which they indicate. C. Short-term or daily rental truck drivers are often not used to the limited vision and pose a hazard. The correct answer is C. Short-term or daily rental truck drivers are often not used to the limited vision and pose a hazard. What is true about bad weather and driving conditions? A. When the temperature drops, the bridges freeze before the road. B. The road is more slippery when the rain continues than when rain begins. C. Driving conditions became more dangerous when temperature arises above freezing. The correct answer is A. When the temperature drops, the bridges freeze before the road. Which of these statements about hazard of vehicle fire is true? A. Poor cargo ventilation may cause cargo to catch on fire. B. Carrying a fully charged fire extinguisher may prevent a fire. C. Underinflated tire do not cause a vehicle fire. The correct answer is A. Poor cargo ventilation may cause cargo to catch on fire. You should wear a seatbelt in a moving vehicle. A. Only when you are driving. B. All the time. C. Only when you are on a highway. The correct answer is B. All the time. Which of these items is not checked for a pre-trip inspection? A. Whatever all lights are working. B. Amount of fuel on a vehicle. C. Cargo securement. The correct answer is B. Amount of fuel on a vehicle. Which of the statements about pre-trip inspection is true? A. When you park on a street, you should walk so you face away from an oncoming traffic. B. Leave key in the ignition so you do not lose it when you are under the truck. C. If you need to tilt a cab, secure loose things so that they could not fall or break anything. The correct answer is C. If you need to tilt a cab, secure loose things so that they could not fall or break anything. Can state inspectors inspect your truck or bus? A. No. B. Yes, but cannot put you out of service. C. Yes, and they can put you out of service if unsafe. The correct answer is C. Yes, and they can put you out of service if unsafe. Which of these statements about cargo loading is true? A. A state law dictates legal weight limit. B. If cargo is loaded by the shipper, a driver is not responsible for its load. C. The legal maximum weight allowed by the state is considered safe for all driving conditions. The correct answer is A. A state law dictates legal weight limit. Which of these is not required knowledge of driver needed a hazardous material endorsement? A. Basic chemistry. B. Which products can be loaded together? C. When to use the placards. The correct answer is A. Basic chemistry. To determine blood alcohol concentration level for a person, it is necessary to know A. How much a person weighs. B. How often a person drinks alcohol. C. How old is a person. The correct answer is A. How much a person weighs. Implied consent means A. You are giving your consent to inspect your vehicle for alcohol. B. It is understood that you may drink alcohol now and then. C. You are giving your consent to be tested for alcohol in your blood. The correct answer is C. You are giving your consent to be tested for alcohol in your blood. The engine brake effect is greater when the engine is blank governed RPM and the transmission is on A blank gear. A. Below, higher. B. Near, lower. C. Above, lower. The correct answer is B. Near, lower. You are driving a 40-feet vehicle at 55 miles per hour. The road is dry and visibility is good. What is the least amount of space that you need to have in front of your vehicle? A. 4 seconds. B. 5 seconds. C. 6 seconds. The correct answer is B. 5 seconds. What should you do if a car coming toward you at night keeps its high beams on? A. Flash your high beams quickly at the other driver. B. Look to the right lane or edge markings of the road. C. Slow down and look straight ahead in your lane. The correct answer is B. Look to the right lane or edge markings of the road. If you must stop into the oncoming lane as you make a turn, you should A. Watch for an oncoming traffic. B. Complete your turn without stopping. C. Back to allow the oncoming traffic to pass. The correct answer is A. Watch for an oncoming traffic. Which of these is true about driving in a tunnel? A. Emergency flashers are required by law. B. Headlights are required by law. C. There may be strong winds when exiting. The correct answer is C. There may be strong winds when exiting. When should you use your horn? A. If it helps to avoid a crash. B. A car is in your way. C. You want to change a lane. The correct answer is A. If it helps to avoid a crash. The tread depth on a front steering wheel's tire should be A. Not less than 4/32 inch. B. More than 6/32 inch. C. Not less than 2/32 inch. The correct answer is A. Not less than 4/32 inch. Your vehicle will be put out of service if blank or more leaves in any leaf spring are missing. A. 1/4. B. 1/3. C. 1/2. The correct answer is A. 1/4. Brake drums, or discs, must not have cracks longer than blank the width of the friction area. A. 1/2. B. 1/3. C. 1/10. The correct answer is A. 1/2. A hazard. A. Is any road condition or other road user that is possible danger. B. Cannot turn into emergency. C. Does not need to be seen. The correct answer is A. Is any road condition or other road user that is possible danger. You are driving a heavy vehicle. You must exit a highway using an off-ramp that curves downhill. You should A. Slow to the posted speed limit for the off-ramp. B. Slow down to 5 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. C. Slow down to 15 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. The correct answer is B. Slow down to 5 miles per hour below the posted speed limit. Which of these rigs have more chances to off-track while making turn? A. Tractor with 45 feet trailer. B. Tractor with two 27 feet trailers. C. 53 feet straight truck. The correct answer is B. Tractor with two 27 feet trailers. How much space in front of you is needed while driving on a highway? A. 1 second for each 10 feet of vehicle length. B. 1 second for each 20 feet of vehicle length. C. 1 second for each 30 feet of vehicle length. The correct answer is A. 1 second for each 10 feet of vehicle length. Medicine used to treat the common cold. A. Should only be used when driving at daytime. B. Often makes you sleepy and should not be used while driving. C. May still be used while driving if you use half of a regular dose. The correct answer is B. Often makes you sleepy and should not be used while driving. Which of these you should not do in an emergency situation? A. You should brake in a way that keeps your vehicle in a straight line. B. It is not important how you brake in an emergency situation. C. You should avoid using the brakes until your speed is down to 40 miles per hour. The correct answer is B. It is not important how you brake in an emergency situation. Question number 58. The primary cause of fatal crashes is A. Driving at night. B. Driving while eating. C. Driving too fast. The correct answer is C. Driving too fast. A car suddenly cuts in front of you, creating a hazard. Which of these actions should you not take? A. Honk your horn and stay close behind the car. B. Signal and change lanes to avoid hazard. C. Slow down to prevent a crash. The correct answer is A. Honk your horn and stay close behind the car. What should you do when you see a hazard in the roadway ahead of you? A. Steer around it and get back in your lane. B. Stop quickly and pull to the side of the road. C. Use your four-way flashers or brake lights to warn others. The correct answer is C. Use your four-way flashers or brake lights to warn others. If your brakes fail on a downgrade, you must first A. Look outside your vehicle for another means of slowing you. B. Hit some object in order to stop your vehicle. C. Find an escape ramp in order to exit the roadway. The correct answer is A. Look outside your vehicle for another means of slowing you. You should always turn on your emergency four-way flashers when you A. Drive through the mountains. B. Park on the side of the road. C. Cross railway tracks. The correct answer is B. Park on the side of the road. Should brake adjustment be checked often? A. It depends on how new the brakes are. B. No, because the other brakes will make up for the air brakes when they are out of adjustment. C. Yes, because the brakes can get out of adjustment when they are used a lot. The correct answer is C. Yes, because the brakes can get out of adjustment when they are used a lot. Which of these is true about mirror adjusting? A. You should adjust your mirrors before starting the trip. B. You should adjust your mirrors while you are driving. C. The mirrors could be adjusted correctly even if the trailer is not straight. The correct answer is A. You should adjust your mirrors before starting the trip. When you are driving on a snow-packed road, you should reduce your speed by A. 1/3, B. 1/4, C. 1/2. The correct answer is C. 1/2. The bridge formula. A. Permits less maximum axle weight for the axles that are close together. B. Permits less maximum axle weight for the axles that are far apart. C. Permits the same maximum axle weight for any axle. The correct answer is A. Permits less maximum axle weight for the axles that are close together. Which of these is true about hours of service? A. After you have reached 1,000 of hours of service, you'll be exempt a service regulation. B. You should allow enough hours to rest. C. You have to make a break after every 2 hours of driving. The correct answer is B. You should allow enough hours to rest. Which of these is true about the use of drugs while driving? A. Prescription or non-prescription drugs are allowed at any time of driving. B. Use of amphetamine is allowed if you are using this drug to stay alert. C. Prescription drugs are allowed if a doctor says they will not affect the driving ability. The correct answer is C. Prescription drugs are allowed if a doctor says they will not affect the driving ability. Which of these is true about proper use of a steering wheel? A. If you do not hold a wheel with both hands, it could pull away from you. B. If you have reached a cruising speed on a highway, you can drive with one hand. C. Only with an attempt of a difficult turn, use both hands on the wheel. The correct answer is A. If you do not hold a wheel with both hands, it could pull away from you. When helper needs to be used to back your vehicle? A. Only if you need to park. B. Whenever you have to back. C. Only if you have a trailer on your vehicle. The correct answer is B. Whenever you have to back. To avoid an accident, you move to the shoulder. To return to the road. A. Ride on shoulder to the next exit and then re-enter the road. B. Using mirrors and turn signals, turn sharply to get back to the road. C. Using mirrors and turn signals, return when the road is clear. The correct answer is B. Using mirrors and turn signals, turn sharply to get back to the road. Which of these would not help if windshield covered with ice? A. Brush. B. Scraper. C. Defroster. The correct answer is A. Brush. Heavy vehicles often move slower than others. Which of these is not a good rule to follow while driving a heavy vehicle? A. Stay on the right side of the road. B. Use four-way flashers if it is legal in your state. C. Signal other drivers when it is safe to pass you. The correct answer is C. Signal other drivers when it is safe to pass you. Why tourists may be a hazard? A. They drive rented cars. B. They may move slowly, unexpectedly change lanes or stop. C. Police do not fine them. The correct answer is B. They may move slowly, unexpectedly change lanes or stop. What keeps an engine cool in a hot weather driving? A. Enough engine oil level. B. Air conditioner use. C. High-speed driving in order to put more air to the radiator. The correct answer is A. Enough engine oil level. Cargo inspection. A. Is most often not the responsibility of the driver. B. Should be performed after every break you take while driving. C. Are needed only if hazardous materials are being hauled. The correct answer is B. Should be performed after every break you take while driving. A vehicle is loaded with very little weight on the drive axle. What may happen? A. Poor traction. B. Damage to drive axle tires. C. Better handling. The correct answer is A. Poor traction. If your vehicle catches fire while you are driving, you should A. Park in an open area. B. Park where a building or trees shelter your vehicle from the wind. C. Increase your speed to put out the flames. The correct answer is A. Park in an open area. Turn signals should be used. A. At least 100 feet before turning or changing lane. B. At least 150 feet before turning or changing lane. C. At least 200 feet before turning or changing lane. The correct answer is A. At least 100 feet before turning or changing lane. Containerized loads. A. Are not required to be inspected by a driver. B. Should be supplied with their own tie-down devices or locks. C. Generally are used when freight is carried part-way by rail or ship. The correct answer is C. Generally are used when freight is carried part-way by rail or ship. When driving a commercial vehicle with a height over 13 feet, you should A. Not worry about height clearance as long as you stay on state or federal highways. B. Assume all clearances are high enough. C. Stop and make sure that a clearance is high enough. The correct answer is C. Stop and make sure that a clearance is high enough. When should you test your parking brake? A. While moving at a very low speed. B. While the vehicle is parked. C. When backing. The correct answer is B. While the vehicle is parked. When going down a long steep downgrade, you should always A. Use the braking effect of the engine. B. Use controlled braking. C. Brake when you exceed safe speed by 5 miles per hour. The correct answer is A. Use the braking effect of the engine. Controlled braking is A. Slamming on the brakes hard and making wheels lock up. B. Squeezing the brakes firmly without locking them up. C. Pressing brakes until wheel lockup occurs, releasing and then reapplying. The correct answer is B. Squeezing the brakes firmly without locking them up. Which of these is not a brake check you normally do during your walk-around inspection? A. Brake adjustment. B. Conditions of hoses. C. Hydraulic brake cylinders leaks. The correct answer is A. Brake adjustment. One can recognize hazardous materials by looking on the container. A. Labels. B. Shapes. C. Covers. The correct answer is A. Labels. Which of these is not a type of retarders? A. Electric. B. Hydraulic. C. Robotic. The correct answer is C. Robotic. Trucks and buses are subjects of certain law regulations and inspections. Which of these is true? A. County and city laws do not apply to trucks and buses engaged into interstate commerce. B. Federal regulations apply only to trucks and buses driven at least 50 miles per hour. C. Laws and restrictions can vary from place to place. The correct answer is C. Laws and restrictions can vary from place to place. When approaching a bridge on a 2-lane road, you should A. Drive in the center of the bridge. B. Check the weight limit of the bridge. C. Slow down to 25 miles per hour on the bridge. The correct answer is B. Check the weight limit of the bridge. Which of these statements is true? A. Most people are more alert at night than during the day. B. Most hazards are easier to see at night than during the day. C. Many heavy vehicles accidents occur between midnight and 6 a.m. The correct answer is C. Many heavy vehicles accidents occur between midnight and 6 a.m. A space to the blank your vehicle is most important to manage. A. Back of. B. Front of. C. To the side of. The correct answer is B. Front of. Your brake can get wet when you are driving through the heavy rain. What can happen if the brakes are applied? A. Hydroplaning. B. Extensive brake wear. C. Trailer jackknife. The correct answer is C. Trailer jackknife. Which of the statements about an inspection of the suspension components is true? A. Distorted springs are safe as long as they are not broken. B. Axles mounts should be checked at each point they are secured on the vehicle frame and axles. C. Suspension components should be checked at all axles except for the following unit. The correct answer is B. Axles mounts should be checked at each point they are secured on the vehicle frame and axles. You are checking your brakes and suspension system for a pre-trip inspection. Which of these statements is true? A. Just one missing leaf in a leaf spring is not dangerous. B. Spring hangers that are cracked but still tight are not dangerous. C. Brake shoes should not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. The correct answer is C. Brake shoes should not have oil, grease, or brake fluid on them. You do not have hazardous materials endorsement in your commercial driver license. You can drive a vehicle hauling hazardous materials when A. The load of the hazardous materials is 26 pounds or less. B. The vehicle does not require placards. C. The person who has hazmat endorsement drives with you. The correct answer is B. The vehicle does not require placards. If you have convicted of driving a commercial vehicle under influence of alcohol or drug, you will lose your CDL for A. 6 months. B. 1 year. C. 2 years. The correct answer is B. 1 year. Which of these is true about hazardous materials? A. All hazardous materials present health and safety danger. B. Any truck carrying any amount of hazardous materials must have placards. C. Any public roads allow trucks carrying hazardous materials if they are loaded correctly. The correct answer is A. All hazardous materials present health and safety danger. You will be placed out of service for 24 hours if your blood alcohol concentration, BAC, is at least A. 0.02, B. 0.04, C. Any detectable amount. The correct answer is C. Any detectable amount. What does emergency braking mean? A. Pushing down the brake pedal as hard as you can. B. Responding to a hazard by slowing the vehicle. C. Using the vehicle emergency brakes. The correct answer is B. Responding to a hazard by slowing the vehicle. You should try to park so that A. You can pull forward when you leave. B. Park along curb next to other vehicles. C. That your vehicle is parked by tree. The correct answer is A. You can pull forward when you leave. Which of the statements is true about using engine brake? A. You should use the engine brakes as a main way to control your speed. B. Increasing use of the engine brake prevents extra friction between the brake shoes, a part of the drum. C. The use of the brakes on a downgrade adds to the braking effect of the engine. The correct answer is C. The use of the brakes on a downgrade adds to the braking effect of the engine. After starting the engine. A. The coolant temperature gauge should be read right to normal. B. The oil pressure gauge should be read right to normal. C. The engine temperature gauge should be read right to normal. The correct answer is A. The coolant temperature gauge should be read right to normal. Whenever you double your speed, your vehicle has about how many times of destructive power if it crashes? A. 2. B. 3. C. 4. The correct answer is A. 4. If you do not have a CB radio, what is the procedure you should do on the accident scene? A. Protect the area. B. Notify the authority. C. Care for the injured person. The correct answer is A. Protect the area. If you have a heavy load that's slowing you down on an upgrade, you should A. Shifting to the lower gear. B. Exit the road until traffic lighter. C. Drive on a shoulder that the others can pass your vehicle. The correct answer is A. Shifting to the lower gear. You should signal continuously while turning because A. You need both hands on the wheel to turn safely. B. It is illegal to turn off your signal before completing the turn. C. Most vehicles have self-canceling signals. The correct answer is A. You need both hands on the wheel to turn safely. Which of these should be tested on the vehicle to stop? A. Service brake. B. Parking brake. C. Hydraulic brakes. The correct answer is A. Service brake. Which of these about alcohol is not true? A. Alcohol goes directly from the stomach to the bloodstream. B. Drinker can control how fast his body absorbs alcohol he gets. C. BAC is determined by how fast you drink, how much you drink, and how much you eat. The correct answer is B. Drinker can control how fast his body absorbs alcohol he gets. Overweight, oversized loads. A. Require special permits. B. Can only be driven at the daylight. C. Must be accompanied by the police. The correct answer is A. Require special permits. Which of the statements about braking is true? A. The heavier vehicle is, or the faster it is moving, the more heat the brakes have to absorb to stop it. B. Brake responding is very quickly when the vehicle is moving very fast. C. Brake fade is not caused by heat. The correct answer is A. The heavier vehicle is, or the faster it is moving, the more heat the brakes have to absorb to stop it. Which of these pieces of emergency equipment should always be carried in your vehicle? A. Tire repair kit. B. First aid kit. C. Warning devices for parking vehicle. The correct answer is C. Warning devices for parking vehicle. In a mountain driving, you should go slow for safety. Which of these is the most important? A. Weight of the vehicle. B. Tire tread type. C. Depth of the tread. The correct answer is A. Weight of the vehicle. You must keep the papers about hauling hazardous materials. A. Under the driver's seat. B. In the pouch of the driver door. C. In the glove compartment, which must be working. The correct answer is B. In the pouch of the driver door. Which of the statements is true about rear drive while braking skid? A. Locked wheels usually have more traction than rolling wheels. B. Front wheels slide sideways to try to catch up with the rear wheels. C. On a vehicle with a trailer, the trailer can push the towing vehicle sideways. The correct answer is C. On a vehicle with a trailer, the trailer can push the towing vehicle sideways. The best drivers are who watch and prepare for hazard. This is called the blank driving. A. Offensive. B. Defensive. C. Objective. The correct answer is B. Defensive. Which of these is true about commercial vehicle habit of swinging wide on turns? A. Off-tracking. B. Wide rounding. C. Sidewinding. The correct answer is A. Off-tracking. You may hang up on a railroad tracks if A. If you cross the double tracks too slowly. B. The tracks have a steep approach. C. You try to shift gear when crossing. The correct answer is B. The tracks have a steep approach. Which of these is true about radiator shutters and the winter front during the winter driving? A. The winter front should be closed tightly. B. Ice should be removed from the radiator shutter. C. The engine may overheat if winter front left open. The correct answer is B. Ice should be removed from the radiator shutter. What kind of optional equipment, except tire wrench, could be in your vehicle? A. Fully charged fire extinguisher. B. Set of warning device. C. Battery charger. The correct answer is C. Battery charger. The correct answer is C. Battery charger. Which of these do not provide extra gears on some trucks? A. Automatic transmission. B. Auxiliary transmission. C. Multi-speed rear axles. The correct answer is A. Automatic transmission. Which of these is true about tire pressure? A. Air pressure in tires increases with the temperature. B. You do not have to check the hot tires, because the tire is not to blow out. C. The pressure is not to be checked during the trip if it passed the pre-trip inspection. The correct answer is A. Air pressure in tires increases with the temperature. What should you do if you are unsure whether you have enough overhead clearance? A. Slow down slightly and try to drive under object. B. Find another route that will not require driving under the object. C. Estimate the height of topped overhead object if it is not posted. The correct answer is B. Find another route that will not require driving under the object. What should you do when vehicle hydroplanes? A. Start stab braking. B. Release accelerator. C. Accelerate slightly. The correct answer is B. Release accelerator. Which of these is true about tires and hot weather? A. You should check pressure before driving. B. If a tire is too hot to touch, you should drive on it to cool it off. C. A small amount of air could be let out but air pressure remains stable. The correct answer is A. You should check pressure before driving. Which of the statement about backing a heavy vehicle is not true? A. You should back and turn toward the driver's side whenever it is possible. B. You should use a helper and communicate with him with hand signals. C. Because you cannot see, you should back slowly until you slightly bump into the dock. The correct answer is C. Because you cannot see, you should back slowly until you slightly bump into the dock. You are driving on a two-lane road. An oncoming driver drifts into your lane and is headed straight for you. Which of these is most often the best action to take? A. Hard braking. B. Steer to the right. C. Steer onto the left shoulder. The correct answer is B. Steer to the right. If a straight vehicle, not trailer or articulation, goes into front-wheel skid, it will A. Slide sideways and spin out. B. Go straight ahead even if the steering wheel is turned. C. Go straight ahead but will turn if you turn the steering wheel. The correct answer is B. Go straight ahead even if the steering wheel is turned. Thanks for watching until the end. Are you willing to support this channel with a one-time contribution? You can send us super thanks. Doing so will help us grow and more people will benefit from our work. We would be forever grateful if you do so. All you have to do is slide left on the section where the share button is located. Just tap on super thanks and follow the prompts. Thank you already for your support.